In this gripping investigation, we uncover how the elusive Carbanak group infiltrated financial institutions worldwide, stealing over $700 million undetected. Join us as we reveal the international manhunt that united the FBI, CIA, and global intelligence agencies, culminating in a high-stakes showdown against one of the most sophisticated hacking groups ever. Don't miss the twists and turns of this incredible cybercrime story. In 2014, deep into the night in Russia, a Kaspersky Labs employee received a call from an extremely anxious bank employee from one of the nation's largest banks. The bank employee, too paranoid to divulge details over the phone, requested an immediate face-to-face meeting, suspecting his phone might be tapped and emails compromised. Upon meeting, it was revealed that the bank's domain controller, the critical server overseeing all operations, was transmitting sensitive data to unknown servers in China. Controlling this server meant having access to everything within the bank's network, from customer data to transferring millions of dollars. Kaspersky's team immediately began investigating the bank's entire network, including all phones and computers. Initially, they found nothing unusual. However, they noticed several computers had unauthorized VNC screen-sharing software. Suspecting espionage, one expert typed "hello" into a blank document on an affected computer. To their shock, the computer responded with "hello, you won't catch us." Determined to uncover the breach, the experts learned that a bank employee had fallen victim to a phishing attack. A seemingly legitimate email containing a malicious Word document had been opened. This document unleashed malware, creating a backdoor into the bank's network. Once inside, the attackers spread their malware, infecting other machines and targeting the administrator's computer. By slowing down the admin's machine with background programs, they tricked an IT support member into entering the admin passwords, unknowingly compromising the bank's security. With admin access, the hackers could monitor the bank's operations for months, understanding protocols and behaviors. They then began their heist, posing as high-ranking employees to transfer large sums through the SWIFT banking system, using the bank's payment system to send money to their accounts in China and the US, where accomplices, or money mules, would collect the funds. In a move straight out of a thriller, they even manipulated ATMs to dispense cash remotely, which was collected by their mules. Another method involved inflating small account balances and pocketing the difference. However, an error occurred when they mistakenly inflated an elderly man's account from 34 rubles to 10 million rubles overnight. Fortunately, the bank dismissed this as an internal error. Despite understanding the attack vector, Kaspersky's team couldn't trace the stolen $9 million. The case was eventually shelved, and a few weeks later, Eugene Kaspersky attended a cybersecurity conference in Singapore. He was eager to share his encounter with the Carbanak hackers, and to his astonishment, he found that it wasn't an isolated incident. Europol, the European Union's law enforcement agency, had also documented several such attacks on European banks. They decided to collaborate with the affected banks, enlisting cybersecurity specialists and experts from various intelligence agencies. This team formed the Joint Cybercrime Action Task Force, or JCAT, and began allocating resources to track down the elusive Carbanak group. Initially, they found no leads until an employee at Kaspersky Labs discovered a small error in the Carbanak code. This error allowed the experts to send a specific request to the command and control server. If sent correctly, the server would respond with a specific message. The challenge was locating the Carbanak server, as its physical and digital address were unknown. The Kaspersky team had to scan the entire internet, sending requests to every server, hoping for a response. After 2 days, they succeeded. The server, located in the Netherlands, was quickly seized by the Dutch police, who invited the experts to investigate. Analysis of the server revealed the alarming extent of the Carbanak attacks. They were not limited to Europe and Russia, but had targeted banks worldwide, including in China, Bangladesh, India, Africa, and the USA. US federal officials warned that a likely Russian-based hack had deeply infiltrated national security infrastructure. The breach was widespread, raising concerns about future threats. The Carbanak group had been operating under the radar, infiltrating hundreds of financial institutions worldwide and stealing over $700 million. Their sophisticated methods and coordinated attacks went unnoticed for a significant period, allowing them to amass a substantial fortune. This massive theft did not go unnoticed for long, as the scale of the losses and the sophistication of the attacks drew the attention of international law enforcement. The incident sparked an intense investigation, leading to a coalition of intelligence agencies, including the FBI, CIA, and agencies from Romania, Russia, and Moldova, all working together to track down the elusive hackers. The collaboration between these agencies brought together some of the best minds in cybersecurity and intelligence, pooling resources and expertise to tackle the formidable challenge posed by the Carbanak group. As the investigation progressed, the pressure on the hackers increased. The coalition's relentless efforts began to yield results, closing in on the group's operations. Sensing the heat, the Carbanak hackers went silent, ceasing their activities for several months. This unexpected silence gave the investigators a brief respite, but it also made them wary, knowing that the group could re-emerge at any time. The calm before the storm lasted until the hackers made a critical error, one that would eventually lead to their downfall. The silence was a strategic retreat, but it also gave the investigators time to strengthen their surveillance and prepare for the hackers' next move. In 2016, the Carbanak group resumed their operations, this time targeting ATMs in Taiwan. Their plan seemed flawless until two inexperienced money mules were tasked with retrieving cash from the hacked machines. As they were collecting the money, an unsuspecting local resident approached the ATM, startling the mules. In their panic, they fled the scene, leaving behind a stack of $6,090. This careless mistake caught the attention of the resident, who found the situation suspicious. Recognizing that something was amiss, the resident promptly alerted the police, setting off a chain of events that would unravel the group's operations. The Taiwanese police quickly responded to the resident's report, launching an investigation into the incident. They reviewed CCTV footage from the ATM and noticed the unusual behavior of the two men, which confirmed their suspicions of illegal activity. The police's swift and decisive action led to a broader investigation, uncovering the extent of the hackers' activities in the region. The incident in Taiwan highlighted the vulnerabilities in the Carbanak group's operations, particularly their reliance on inexperienced operatives. The mule's mistake provided law enforcement with a crucial lead, allowing them to trace the origins of the hack and identify key members of the group. The investigation in Taiwan marked a turning point in the hunt for the Carbanak group. The collaboration between local authorities and international intelligence agencies intensified, leading to significant breakthroughs. The Taiwanese police's quick thinking and efficient response not only exposed the hackers' operations, but also demonstrated the effectiveness of global cooperation in tackling cybercrime. This incident underscored the importance of vigilance and prompt action in combating sophisticated cyber threats. The fallout from the Taiwanese operation put the Carbanak group on the defensive, forcing them to adapt their strategies and further exposing them to law enforcement scrutiny. Reviewing CCTV footage, the Taiwanese police quickly realized something was amiss. They acted swiftly, and soon the incident was all over the news. The first bank reported over $70 million was withdrawn illegally from 34 ATMs across Taipei. With over 500 officers reviewing footage, the police tracked down the two men's address. The quick and competent actions of the Taiwanese police led to the identification of 22 suspects, mostly Russians, with a few from Eastern Europe. The Carbanak group was in serious trouble. Although 19 suspects escaped Taiwan, 3 remained. 1, a Latvian man named Andreas Paragliders, the alleged leader, saw his face on national TV and decided to abandon his stash. He hid bags of cash near Donghu Park and traveled to Yilan province. The other 2 gang members stored their stolen money in lockers at Taipei train station. Hours later, 2 men from Eastern Europe retrieved the luggage and returned to their hotel, unaware they were being watched by the police through CCTV. At the hotel, the police executed a well-coordinated operation, arresting the 2 men. On the same day, Andreas was also captured. Despite these men being lower-level operatives, the Taiwanese police had achieved what others could not, making the first arrests in the Carbanak case. This marked the beginning of the hunt for the group's leaders. In Spain, 2018, Spanish authorities, with assistance from Interpol, were investigating a criminal organization involved in money laundering. They uncovered the identities of those delivering the laundered money and their clients. By chance, they discovered one client was Denis K., a Ukrainian computer specialist. A thorough investigation revealed Denis's connections to the Russian and Moldovan mafia. He had been coordinating cyber attacks for these groups since 2013. The mafia provided money mules, and in return, Denis paid them 40% of his profits. In 2018, Denis K. and 3 other members of the group were arrested in Alicante. During the raid, police found boxes of jewelry, 2 BMW cars, and 15,000 bitcoins, worth about $150 million at the time. However, the rest of the $1 billion they had stolen was never recovered. Although Denis was thought to be the group's leader, Kaspersky Labs believed many others were involved. Despite these arrests, the group remains active, continuing to steal millions each year under various aliases, including Fin7, Joker's Stash, and Cobalt Spider. If you enjoyed this dive into the Carbanak Group's cybercrime saga, hit like and subscribe for more stories like this. Share your thoughts in the comments and stay tuned for our next video. Thanks for watching.